Okay, so I don't even know if anybody's going to show up. I hope the sound's working because I didn't realize it until just a little while ago that I did not set up the live stream earlier this week. So I just did it all just now in hopes that maybe some of you will actually still be around and thinking it's possible to come see. So anyway, what will I do? I guess what I will do is I will play... Oh, hey, Saya's here and Rob is here. Yeah, it's all right. I don't know if you guys just heard my initial thing here. I just totally brain farted, and yeah, this whole week has just been kind of a, and well, whatever. It was not my best week. Not that anything super bad happened, but it just didn't go the way I wanted it to, and a lot of things didn't get done. But so anyway, I'm here now. So there we go. Hey Jess. Hey Javon. Hey Saya. Spy Dragon. Rob. Yeah, okay. I got everybody's thing. I think initially I'm gonna just play some Octortle, I think. Department Beam going crazy. Oh, Beam going crazy, I guess is what you can say. In what way? What's been... okay, so let me move this out of here for a moment. Oh, you know what I need to do? Let's start the timers. I know Rob isn't going to be excited about that, but... Oh, wait a minute. How did that happen? Oh, I know what happened. I set them and then it didn't, well, whatever. I know what happened. I'll just fix it now. And this one hadn't started yet, so next break, right. Okay. All of that should be okay. Hey, Nasal Penny. Yeah, thanks guys for your well wishes and sympathy. I do appreciate it. And yeah, well, it's Saturday night now, so you know it's all done and over with, and tomorrow's a Sunday, and then Monday is, I'm pretty sure this Monday is a mind test Monday, or is that, oh, I'm out of sync now, let me just look at my calendar. No, I just did Enigma, so this Monday will be a mind test Monday. Yeah, and Enigma didn't do that well this time. Usually Enigma does well, but not this week, so, well, whatever. Oh, I was going to play this, so let me get the OBS out of my way. And yes, there will be finger tracing, so yeah. I'm going to do some... Oh, you know what I haven't done is I have not... Have I played today's games? Let's see. Have I played today's games? I think I might have played the sequence game and then thought, let me go back real quick. Here, let me see. Did I play the sequence game? Yes, I did play the sequence game, but I did not play the other ones, I don't think. So let's go do rescue, although I don't typically do that well. You're welcome. Actually, I guess you should thank my dad and my mom for, well, for obviously doing what people do to cause kids to happen. And okay, so yeah, that's the thing about the rescue thing, is it sometimes I don't know whether anybody strategically does this or if it's just sometimes the... Hey, Moonflower. Thanks for the greetings out of Illinois and greetings from California. Okay, so in the second word, the I has to be second to last. Oh, is that going to be fruit? It's going to be fruit. That's what that's going to be, all right. And rodeo. Nope, okay. I can't miss anymore because I only give you one spare in this, so. Faint is that one. And oh, it's going to be order, isn't it? All right. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, I'm going to bail on this then. I just don't bother playing if I can't actually win it. You know what I mean? Ah, well, you know, yeah, you need to keep your money in order there, Javon. So I think that one is going to be toner, isn't it? And dusty, dusty, lusty. Well, I'm not going to bother with that. Let's see if I can. Purer, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to say conch. And I guess I'm going to have to put in plum. All right. So dusty or gusty, I guess. Oh, that one's going to be puree, isn't it? All right, and shape. And arbor. Alley, I'm going to assume. I'm not sure what these two are. That one could be Excel. Okay, and then, well, what do we like, dusty or gusty? Let's say gusty. Hey, Silas, how's it going? Nope. Wait, didn't I say gusty? I thought that I said gusty. Or did I say dusty? What did I say? Oh, it's gutsy. Oh, I see what I did. Yikes. All right. Well, we didn't do so well on that one, or I didn't do so well on that one. Yikes. Well, I'm sorry you got sick. I hope you feel better. Maybe, you know, hanging out with us tonight will help some. I don't know. Oh, I thought of another 3 words to play. I think I'll try playing after this. I'll just wait and then I'll show you guys one. All right, so we'll put in plum. Well, phone, okay. And hence. And avert, maybe. Oh, hey, Alan. Thanks, man. I like the smiley face. That's really cool. Okay, gang. We all know how this works, right? Okay, hang on. Let me clear my throat first. So we're going to do 3 cheers for Alan, okay? Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Here we go. And the crowd goes, ah, ah, ah. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. Okay, where was I at with the game here? And, oh no, so I think that one's going to be avert, isn't it? So let's try this. Yay, okay. And it's probably inlay. And Omega? O-M-E-G-A? Okay, what do you know? So is that riser? Only got one to frickin' spend. That's going to be drill, isn't it? Okay. Alright, I'm going to say risen. This one's going to be siren. And that one is going to be R-I-S-E-R, isn't it? Okay. Yay, got one. Alright, so the sequence I already did earlier, and it went fine. So let's do this, I guess. Oops, wait, no, let me not do that. Let's do, it was grand. Oh, what the hell just happened? Did it not go in? Oh, there we go, grand. Pious. Lefty. So if I'm not a cushy joint freak, I could be a grand pious lefty. And that could be prove. Could be probe. So I think that one's going to be trust, probably. Windy, probably in that one. All right, so what I'm going to do is put that in. There we go. So it is windy. Oops, why am I typing in winch? Jeez, Bill, what's going on with your brain today? Hey, Raiden, how's it going? South, I think. There we go. Okay, stuck. And wait, is that going to be crusts? Like that? Okay. Power, I think. Newer or never? It's not newer. How about never? So toxic, probably. Oops. And I got my camera right in front of that part of the screen. What am I doing there? Okay, so N-O, noble maybe? N-O-B-L-E. Yay. All right, let's go do back to here, and let's do, I guess we'll just do the normal one practice version though. Here we go. Okay, so let's do, what is it, grand pious lefty. And I'm going to say that's range, maybe. Nope. Anger. Okay. I think that's going to be braid, isn't it? And that could be mouse house. It could be human, right? Okay. Modem. Okay. Oh, flute, yeah. And tacky. Sappy, maybe, I guess. And that one's house. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a different... Oh, I just realized that my head is in the way in there, isn't it? Or is it? No, I guess it's not while I'm playing, only in the end when it comes down. All right, never mind. It's just I freaking forget to check that all the time, don't I? And my head is covering up the game board too frequently. Entry. Probably clout. A foot. I don't know what that one's going to be at the first part. What's that going to be? Chill or chilly or child? H-O-A-L. Okay. Zesty, I'm going to say. Ozone. So chill then, isn't it? And verve or verge. Okay. Hey Ben, how's it going, man? I'll play this. Let me go back to Cushy Joint Freak. It's probably finer, yeah. That could be taste. No, it can't be taste or waste or any of that because of the S placement. Okay, so what is that? Curry, curvy, curly? Well, let's go ahead and put in plum. And that'll be sheen. So it's going to be basin, isn't it? And probably state. Nope, stage, stave. I guess I should have been paying better attention, shouldn't I have? Assay, probably. And oh, what's this? Twixt? Zowie. It's not one you see all the time. So, do I try curvy or curvy? And so I'm going to say stage. Yeah, what do you know? Hey, that one guy, how you doing? How are things? Well, how much time do I have left? I got plenty of time. All right, so I'll play this a little bit more and then probably even for the whole rest of the thing, maybe, I suppose. I don't know. What's that one? Probably broth? It's probably cedar. Union, maybe? No, because the N's not in it. What is that? All right, well, let's try broth, yeah. And let's go ahead and try cedar. And oh, what's that one going to be? Gooey. Okay. Abby, probably. Still don't know what that one is there with the U's and the I's and the O's. And what's that down there? So the E's at the end. What have I got left? I've got 4. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put in plum. Opium. And apron. Probably vegan. And alive. What do you know? Prank, drink. Eject, I guess. Alright, that was probably choke, isn't it? Oops. Probably agony. That's probably chill or child or chili or one of those. Oh, duvet is that one there. Okay, let's do that. And it was drank, okay. And, oh, quota, isn't it? Oh, we know it's not child, so it's either chili or chilled. So I'll just try chill first. Nope. What do you know? Oops, I just pushed that mic, didn't I? Let's push you back in here a little bit there, buddy. How's it going, Dylan and Sasha and Quan? Hey. Yeah, you know, I actually got started a little late too, so, you know, it's all fine, man. We all have our issues, right? Yeah, so actually I'll just kind of chill here for a second. Let me go into this other bit here for OBS and then do this. And because the timer's about to run out here in a second. And when I come back, I guess I'll do some triggers. And yes, so that will include some finger tracing, you know. So just basic, you know, stuff. The jar with the chopstick and the paintbrush and the chunk of wood and, you know, level like, I mean, you guys all know more or less kind of what to expect, I believe by now, right? And 2, 1, and here we go. All right, so I will be right back, guys. Okay, so I'm back. And does any comments come in since it does not seem like so? Okay, so nothing too spectacular, but I thought I'd show you guys just because why not? Some of you have expressed interest in the garden, so here's my next batch of plants. Right, so here is another common yarrow, right? Oh, the green of it's making it look all trippy, huh? And what is this one here? This is Oh, this is the fuchsia. Wow, okay. The other one didn't come quite so long, and whatever is that when I've got it. All right, so there's a California fuchsia. And then I got some, let's hold the whole thing up here like this, and I can hold these up there. So this one, I think this is going to be this is the buckwheat. So hopefully this one will do better than the last one. I think the last one got attacked by cats. I got another sticky monkey flower. Which, the one that's in the ground, that's doing well anyway, bloomed. So I got a yellow flower on that one. And what else is there? Oh, and then I got a few of these. I'll show you this one. It's got smaller leaves, but wait, is this the right one? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Anyway, this is a coyote mint. And the last one doesn't look like much, but the guy actually just let me have them. I was going to order some and then I changed my mind, but then he just threw them in because they were looking like maybe they're not in the best of shape anyway, you know what I mean? So he's like, well, I'll give them to you, and maybe they don't maybe they don't do so well, maybe they do, right? So anyway, so there's the next batch of plants that will go in probably tomorrow. I picked those up yesterday. I was going to do it today, but I just didn't get around to it. But anyway, I don't need to gripe about my okay, let's see. Thanks, Quan. Dr. Seuss's garden. Oops, where's my thing here? Okay, so I said we're going to do triggers. So you know what? Let's do the tracing, just since that has been asked for already. Let's see. It's always that. Oops. Don't bang into things, man. I always feel like it's a bit awkward. It's got some schmutz on it. Of course it does, because it just does. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, let's see if we can find a good angle so it's not too horribly whatever it's going to do. I guess it's going to look like what it's going to look like, right? Okay. Anyways, let's do. I guess I'll just start off just by going around the edges of it for a bit. We'll just kind of go like that. And we'll go across the top. And around this side there like that. And around like that. I often wonder what this was intended for initially. Because all these, like this edge, this top edge, and this edge are all very sharp as far as the edge of it. But this bottom one here has got a little turn to it. So it's a little bit rounded. So clearly it was, intended as some kind of tile or tile-like object. I just don't know what it was, where it was intended to go. I kind of feel like I should, you know what I mean? Like maybe I did know at one point. I don't know. Well, I had a bunch of this kind of odd stuff. Anyway, I still have some of it, of course. But all right, let's go through the letters of the alphabet and then the digits. So, starting off, do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, or Z, depending on where you live. So now I will do the digits, starting with 0, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. Okay, so there's a little bit of finger tracing. I might do a little bit of that later. I don't know. We'll see. Oops. Don't get your beard cut up and stuff, Bill. Okay, what's next? How about the good old chunk of wood? Oopsie daisy. Again, I'm banging stuff, so let's start with just tapping with the pads of my fingers. Oh wow, battle with COVID. Quan, I'm sorry to hear that. I trust you are on the mend. I mean, I suppose as evidenced by the fact that you're present this time. Well, I hope your recovery is speedy and complete. Let's do a little bit of over here too. Might as well go ahead and start with the doing one thing over there while I do another thing over here kind of thing. So I will do tapping with the pads of my fingers over there while I do some mixture of whispering and soft speaking over here. Oh, let's see, what do we have a comment? Well, at least you are alive and kicking now, Quan, so that's good to know. And tapping with the pads of my fingers over there while I'm doing some whispering over here. And I think I'm going to switch now. And I will do some tapping over there with the pads of my fingers while I do some mixture of solid speaking and whispering over here. Oops, MSC's got something for me. Take for that. That's a good question. I don't know, MSC. You know, I should probably, like, try and mark it or something, you know, because it could be, I don't know, I don't know that I'm always grabbing it by the same, you know, area, but I should maybe try and do that just for that very reason, you know, because, well, as I've said before, I don't plan on stopping this, you know, unless something weird were to happen, something unforeseen at this point, but it is my intention to just, you know, make ASMR until I can't make ASMR, so I certainly need to figure out a spot, right, you know what I mean, just so that, because I figure after, you know, some time, yeah, I don't know, how many, I'll think about that, what can I do to kind of ensure that I do the tapping, because then I should have it be different, right, like for the pads of my fingers in one spot, and then for my fingernails in another, right? Right, and then flip it like this to do the fingernails. And then flip it like this again. Yeah, today's actually, you know, it's been okay. It's been, it's been a day. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I feel okay. My mood's all right. You know, it's just things went slowly and I didn't function as, you know, effectively as I probably could have or whatever. But I don't know. I just felt a little out of it. So yeah, I mean, I guess on, you know, the better part of the measure of the world, I'll say I had an okay day. Thanks, Clip Dip Tripper. Did I say that close to right? Clip Dip Tripper. I just noticed the fellow sleepers part of your mind there, Bushwhacker. That's funny. That's a good thing. You know, I was just thinking of that thing about fellow sleepers there and the whatnot. It's kind of odd, the things that our brain chooses to ignore, or, you know, sometimes based on biases and sometimes just based on its own functionality. Let's switch over here, I guess. Do a little bit of whispering over here with some tapping over there. Some whispering over here. And some tapping over there. And some whispering over here. And some tapping over there. Oh, and I'm noticing that the break timer is winding down, so there will be a break that's coming, you know, roughly 2.5 minutes from now. And just as a warning, this will be an ad break, so there will be an actual, you know, I'm going to push the manual button for YouTube so they can go ahead and run their ads that they want to run. How do I mean? I'm not sure what you mean by what do I mean. Do you mean about how biases work and the weird stuff that we kind of ignore or don't ignore? Okay, so the kind of thing I'm thinking is I saw a few years ago now a documentary on, I don't know if documentary is really the right word. think it might have been on PBS, so that kind of gives you the idea, the kind of thing it was. But what it was this thing about biases and how humans, that we're not terribly good witnesses, like for crimes and things like that we don't really notice things and remember things very effectively, very well. And one of the things they did to illustrate that is they had a room full of people, and I think they were like tossing a ball around, and I think it was something like count the number of times that the people tossed the ball, between each other or something like that. I don't know, they give you some kind of just weird, menial, silly task like that to do. And then the idea being that they're going to ask you questions about it. So, of course, you're preloaded thinking that it's going to have something to do with, like, number of times that the ball got tossed and, maybe some questions about that kind of thing. But then what they ask you is they ask you something about the color of the hat on the guy in the bear suit or something like that, And the thing is like, there's a guy that just wanders right through the scene in a bear suit or a gorilla suit. I mean, I've seen the thing kind of either, clips of it actually or people talking about it. And it's, sometimes it's a different suit, whether it's a gorilla suit or whatever. But there's always some question about that, whoever the human is in the weird suit. And most people don't notice it. Even when I kind of, I know it's coming, and then like I'll still get tricked. It's like how sleight of hand works for magicians. I had a friend that was kind of one of the things he did with his, time. He was a musician, but he had a hobby of doing sleight of hand magic. And I would watch him practice sometimes, and even knowing how the trick worked, there was times like he still would completely get me. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, I know how you do the trick and what's going on, and I'll still not catch it. Because our brains just are kind of, there's certain things that we just don't notice that well. And I'm just curious as to, like sometimes I notice that I'll do that with various phrases or words or things that I'll go, wait, I didn't even notice that, that kind of thing. Like I did earlier with the fellow sleepers phrase. It's like somehow, I don't know, it just didn't connect to my brain. Anyway, so that's what I was kind of talking about. I hope that made some kind of sense. Yes, there will be some games. I played some. Oh, and I already missed the break thing. Yeah, it's okay, so let's do that. Yes, there will be more games. I guess is the short answer to that. Anyway, so I will be right back. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I think I am going to go do some game playing again, and then I figure I'll just bounce back and forth. Have one segment be one thing and one segment be another thing. I don't know. That just seems to. And okay, hang on. I didn't see Dylan's talking about Christianity and worldview. Well, I'm glad you look forward to the stream, and I'm glad it, gives you some comfort or, joy or whatever. I'm sorry that you're having is there anything you want to share with the group, or is it just, sufficient that you've kind of made the cathartic statement, and now you can just kind of hang out with us? I mean, whatever's going to work, man. Anyway, so, yeah, well, thanks for showing up. There you go. How's that? Sometimes I feel like I just babble too much, Anyway, so I was going to play games. So let's go to the game window, and let's play a couple more of these, and then I think I'll switch to Mastermind. And yeah, that'll be fine. Freak. Scion. And what is that first one there? I don't know. Alright, let's put in Plum. So that one's going to be Soul, isn't it? Okay. That one's going to be Shame. That one's probably Tried, isn't it? And Weird. And Setup, probably. And what, Grove? And what is this one here? Loyal? Oops. Yippee-yi-yay. Alright. That was alright. Now let me do, what was it? Grand... Pious... Lefty. How's that for a title just dripping with arrogance and smugness? Utile, I think, is that one back there. Alright. Is it just Diddy? Let's say Blind. I'm not at all certain what that one is there, so... Hey, Tail Gunner. Hey, how do you get that little trademark thing at the end of your name like that? Do you have to like show YouTube something about actually having a trademark? Or do they just let you have access to that somehow? I don't know. Is that Rhino? Yay, what do you know? And Aorta? Okay. I still don't see what that one is there. D. I don't know. I don't see what that one is. Are they? Well, let's see. This is Oh, wow. Right on. Yeah, I'm happy to comment on your thing, Rob, but that's cool. I just fell asleep on the floor. Oh, that's cool, man. Well, it looks groovy. I like it. Tail Gunner. Okay, what is this going to be? Motor? M-O-T-O-R? Oops. Yeah, what do you know? Is du jour just like that? That's not, what is it? Oh, decor, jeez. Sometimes I just don't know what my brain is doing, man. Sometimes it just... Clearly you're a gamer. Yeah, no, yeah. Dude, yeah, you have quite a collection of stuff there, man. That was quite the... I don't know if man cave quite is the right word for it, but it certainly is set up for, well, a particular guy with a particular sort of interest, isn't it? I mean, you're a gamer. Yeah. Holy mackerel. Stoic? Hey, what do you know? What else put in Plum? O-A-N-T maybe? There we go. Plant. like spell the things right, doesn't it? Plain, I guess, yeah. And that's going to be slain. And then pouch. And then ozone again. Yippee-yi-yi. Taken with gaming, yeah. That's a good, yeah. Train, I think. And is that cannon? All right. And probably cloak, maybe. Why don't we put in plum? Yeah, that one's going to be cloak. Fluid is what that is down there, isn't it? And that's going to be drove, I think. Oh, no, it's not. Is that rodeo? And horde. And leech. Interesting that they used Abyss twice like that. And that kind of, how long, yeah, I'm going to switch because I just want some change of pace. So I'm going to do a thing here real quick. Let's do this. Right, and then let me put this one like that. Let me do this like, here, this, I think. And then now I can do this, oopsie daisy. Let me get this into there. Sorry about that, not dark mode there for a brief second or whatever. I was trying to do it so I could minimize that, but I still don't have my weird sequence of bringing things up properly. Anyway, it's okay. All right, yeah. Looks like everything's positioned reasonably well, so I can do this while not being in the way of what's happening. So no red. Let's see, there's some blue. But the blue doesn't go there, and there is no yellow. So let's try out green. And there is green, and we know since it isn't in any of those three spots because of the white peg, it has to go there. So green is placed. That's going to be where it goes permanently now. And I guess we'll move to pink. And so it's going to be this pink one, isn't it? Because the blue needs to move, because it's the only one that could move, right? If the blue didn't move, then the pink would have nowhere to go, right? That's a reoccurring method of figuring these things out. And let's go here. No, so green, pink, blue. So let's stick in the black one right there. And okay, I got another arbitrarily. Yeah, I say that word a lot, don't I? So birdie dogs, excuse me. Well, I will have a great night. That's my intent. I hope that you have a good night. Thanks for finding the channel, and I'm glad that I was able to help you get some sleep. There you go. Sort of a good thing and a good thing was had by all. And let's play a couple more of this, and then I'll change it up with like having duplicates or maybe doing more numbers. A lot of times I shy away from doing the more number ones here on the live stream thing because sometimes they take a fair amount of time and I'm actually kind of scratching my head going, that kind of thing. And I don't know that I think that makes terribly good ASMR. make a certain amount of progress with, enough challenge that it's, I don't know, interesting maybe. It's like there's this weird balance with ASMR, isn't it? Like you want it to be to a certain degree that you don't have to be that focused, you know what I mean? Like so that you're watching, doing something for like homework or reading or something like that, right? But you don't want it to be, or at least I usually don't want it to be so, well, actually, I can't say that. There's times I absolutely want it to be something that I really just don't care about. I'm just really looking for noise, But a lot of times I kind of do want it to be something that I'm at least somewhat interested in, so I can kind of pay attention to it, but then I also want to be able to, not feel bad if I'm just zoning out and, like I haven't missed some kind of opportunity or something like that, the whole FOMO thing. Yeah, there we go. Let's do 4 with duplicates. How about that? And there's no red. There's no blue. There's no yellow. There is a green. So let's try pink. There is a pink. I don't know which pink, but we'll just try that one arbitrarily. Well, we know the green one is where it goes. So let's try the pink in the next spot over, and let's try black. I'll do black and purple individually, even though they're the only 2 left, just because I'm, hunting down the position of the pink, and there's plenty of guesses left, so. And okay, so we know where pink goes. Now it's just a matter of picking which black we want to use. So I guess we'll just do that one. And what do you know? And there we go. Okay, there is yellow. Now let's look, see if there's some green. No green, and we need to move the yellow. So let's try some pink. Wow, okay, so there's 2 pinks. And let's just put these 2 pinks right there so they're next to each other on the yellow. And now we'll throw in the white. See how that goes. Nope, one of the pinks is wrong. So let's put the yellow in. Well, we know pink goes into that, right? It has to be one of those. So now it's in one of these other ones. We don't know which one. So I guess we put in the black one. Okay, and it's got to be this pink, and this yellow, and this black, and this pink, and that should be the end of it. What do you know? Try blue. And stick in yellow. Okay, so I don't know which one, but let's just pick that one there, and let's do these 2 are the blue. Now let's add green. So there's still one that's not right. I'm going to say that these are right, and that move the blue there, and now let's stick in pink. What do you know? Yippee-yi-yi, okay. Let's just do it for 6, see if I can manage to do this without it driving me insane. So we have 1 red. Okay. Now let's find out about yellow. All right, let's say like this, and then let's say like that. Okay, I'm going to say that everything's fine but the blue. Because it's been kind of just cruising along that way, hasn't it? Okay, so those were all wrong. So which one was right? All the way back. So we just go back to yellow and see what that does. So if it is yellow, well, that implies that it was this blue back here, and the red should have been on the move. Put that there. So if that's the case, although it could be somewhere else, so that'd be in that spot. But so if that does that, and that's the white. Okay, so then this. Okay, that doesn't work with this though, does it? Well, so I don't think it is this one. I think I'm going to put blue back here. I'm going to say that it was red. I'm going to say it was the green. I'm going to say the yellow was off over here and that's not right. And now we'll see what happens here. I don't know. Could it be that I just switched the white and the yellow? Let's try that. I think that might work. It looks like it should be consistent with everything. No. So let's put those back. What in the world? What else could I switch? I'm just putting these all back just so I can see them on this row. You know I have to switch them around, but let's just see what I've got here now. So where else could maybe it's not this red is what I'm thinking. Oh, my thing went off. Okay, well, I'm going to see if I can pick this up, when I come back. But, maybe I am stymied. Who knows? Anyway, I'll be right back. here. Let's go. Oops, wait, that's not really what I want, is it? I want to come back to here so we can see if I can solve this freaking game. And, okay. All right. Oh, it could be... Wait, no, I don't want that to be that. I want this to be green, and I think I want the green to be white. There we go. Yikes. Okay. I like when you are okay and stable, or unstable. I'm not sure how to pronounce the L there like that. I'm going to take that as a compliment. And, you know, I think, because I said I was going to do this differently than that, whatever, so let's go, yeah, let me go to here. And I'll play some more games later. But let's do just some triggers, shall we? Let's do some of the beard brush. So first off, just brushing the beard a little bit, you know, on each side for, you know, good coverage for the microphones, right? Oops. Yikes. Sorry about that. And I lean over here a little bit. I'll do some tapping on the back of the beard brush. Get a little bit of variation on the fingernails on wood, because it's certainly a different sound to that of the good old chunk of wood. And I think after I do a little bit of this, I will also do the jar with the chopstick. My brain just sort of froze up there again. Yep, there's some dogs walking around upstairs. fast but soft kind of thing. You know what I just realized I'm going to do? I'm going to do a quick switcheroo. So I haven't done this in a minute. At least not today yet. Somebody sneezed. Okay, now my fingers are getting tired. Or actually, it's my forearm, isn't it? For the muscles that move your fingers, right? Up in there. I'm going to drink water, I think, yeah. So I think let's do a little bit of the jar with the chopstick. Or another. So is that Pierre? Pierre? Well, if you sleep, then you sleep, man. That's groovy. I don't remember who said it the first time I came across it or noticed it, but I've seen it a few times. But something along the lines of ASMR's got to be one of the few creative endeavors that people do where they're not going to take it as an insult if you fall asleep during what they do. Somebody's TV or something upstairs is being much louder than normal. Thanks, I'm glad you like it, Raiden. I really like it too. Change it up again a little bit. What are we going to change it up to? Oh, you know what? I haven't done any of the microphone brushing. So let's do some microphone brushing for a little bit, shall we? And maybe even some end grain brushing on the chunk of wood. But we'll just start off with some basic microphone brushing. Switching over to this side for a bit. And doing a little bit of brushing, a little bit of soft speaking and whispering to go along with it. Bit. Saying anything in my side. Let me reposition myself a little bit, and I will do the brushing over there while I'm doing some whispering over here, and I'm brushing over there while I'm whispering over here, right? And I'm brushing over there while I'm whispering over here, but I'm brushing over there while I'm whispering over here, and I'm brushing over there. of this segment, so let's move on to some end grain brushing, because I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing when I come back. Maybe I'll play some more computer games, I don't know. Maybe I need to think of a third option. Gaming, triggers. I don't know, I'll think of something. Let's get over to this side a bit. And we're about to have another ad break, and this will be an actual ad break, so I'll be clicking on the button for YouTube to be able to show you guys, for those of you who actually get ads. They want to show you some ads, man, so I'm going to let them show you some ads. Anyway, so I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so what now? You know, I think I am going to go back and do some game playing. So let me, let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to do some more Mastermind? Oh, you know, no, I want to go play, what's that one? It's Nordle. Is that what it is? It's like N-Wordle or whatever. So it's like Wordle to the nth power, whatever. Let's see, where do I need to go to get that? Let's go to the gaming thing. That's going to be in, hang on a second. Let me do this. And then let me do this. Okay, just as a warning for you guys, this is not in dark mode, so it'll be a little bit bright now for a bit when I switch over here. So prepare yourselves. And, okay, here we go. right, let me go down. So hopefully that isn't too horrible. You guys don't really need to see the keyboard part, do you? You just need to see the grids, right? Cushy joint freak. Roadie, maybe? No, okay. I guess that would be IE, isn't it? Huh. So, I'm not sure what it is. Stick in plum. Yikes. Okay, so I don't know what it is. Anybody have any ideas? So I don't know. I wonder if I should go use the tool. I'm going to go use the tool just because I don't see it. And I don't feel like sitting here trying to do a brute force thing tonight. So let's go to here. And so RYOA. Ends in Y, and I think that's it for positioning, right? So let's use Avery. Okay, I'll try that. Nope, they're saying that's not a word. Anyway, so let's see. So that's all the positions. So now I just need everything to exclude. So we, T, UIP. It was. And then S over. And then CVNM. And there's 5 letters in it. And let's see what it shows us. Ovary. Oh, there we go. So Chris had it, ovary. I wish I'd have seen it before I clicked the thing. What do you know? Well, there we go. I didn't really need the tool. I just needed to wait for Chris. Joint freak. It's probably flack, right? And lupus probably. That's a pretty common word for these puzzles. Yeah, some days I do okay. I think the other day I did the best I've done yet, which was like 20-something-ish before I finally missed one, and it got difficult to see the grids because, well, my vision's not that great, and yeah, well, whatever. Excuses, but... And I have a tendency to get like, oh, I see a thing, especially when I see more and more squares there. I go, oh, I know what that is. And it's like, wait, dude, you didn't really look at it carefully, and you just screwed up, man. But, yeah. So I'm going to say comfy. And so I'm mopey. And I was going to say Asian, but I can't have the N, so no, it's not. Wow, okay, I'm stuck again. I'm just not doing well tonight, am I? I don't know, man. I just don't know. Do I go back to the tool yet again? Is that the, no, see, that's not the word. What am I trying to, what is my brain grasping at when it's doing that? All right, so let's just do some words that will give me new letters then, I guess. So what, like wedge maybe? I mean, I'm just looking to bevel. Alias. Okay, what do you know? Took me forever though, didn't it? All right. I'm going to be disappointed if I can't make it to at least 8, you know what I mean? Someone's probably burst, but it could be... no, it can't be burst either, because it could be strut maybe. Oops. Okay, that's going to be auger. And avail maybe. And I don't know, tweet. Okay, made it to 5. Ephemeral rift stream when? You know, I don't know. He and I don't really interact that much anymore. Or not that much, I shouldn't say that much. We don't interact anymore. I mean, it's not that I have any animosity towards him. We just, you know. To be honest, I think I'm enough enough of a flake that he just got had enough. I'm going to say that's Cliff. I'm going to say that's Press. Mary, maybe? Oops. And Borax. And Evoke. Does Ephemeral Rift stream? I don't know that I've noticed him doing that. To be honest, I don't. It's not like I keep track of him or anything. You know. So probably Lucky. And what's that going to be? Shout. It's probably Shown. I'm going to say that's Lucky. Nope, it wasn't. How many do I have left? I have 4 to get and 5 guesses. Yikes. So that one's probably, I was going to say rough, but no, it's not going to be rough, is it? Probably humor then, right? And there we go, Lucky. And Angry, maybe? Okay, made it to 6. Probably Cloak, I guess. And that could be Tulip. Oops. Nope. Well. Brief, grief, what is that going to be? That's going to be Payer, probably. And Dairy. And that one could be Motor. Straw, maybe? Okay. And multi, I guess, yeah. Well, I have 2 left, so let's try brief and then grief. What do you know? How much time have I got? Oh, I got 3 minutes. I should be able to do this to get at least to 8. Yeah, what do you think? Story. Let's say plum. Plain, that'll be all right. Obese, maybe? Is that what that one is? Maybe panel? Grove, how many do I have? I have 4 to get, and I have 5. So let me do... let's say waged. Let's see what that says here, if anything. Okay. I'm going to say it's Grove. And grind, okay. And, scree. Now is this Tabby or Batty? Let's say Tabby. Nope. Well, what do you know? So I didn't even make it to 8. Well, you know, that's all right. Let me go over here. Let's switch back to... There we go. And then let me go to... There we are. And I can more or less... Oops, I didn't want to do a 6 one. I was just going to do a couple of 4 ones. Oh, you know, I'm not going to bother. I'll wait. I thought I had more time than I do. So let's see. So what we're going to do, is this one an ad break? Or this is just the next break, isn't it? Anyway, so there we go. I'll be back. I do think I'm going to play a few more games. Oh, this. Just for why not? And then I think I'll close out on just some triggers or something, I guess. Okay, so we have green and blue. So let's try pink. Come on now. There we go. All right, let's leave a pink there. Let's move the green there. Put the blue there, and let's introduce white. Okay, my suspicion is that it's blue, white, pink, and green. What do you know? hang on, let's put a red one in there. Now let's add the blues there. Okay, I haven't found the right spot for red yet. Let's try yellows. Okay, yellow is not in it, but we have the right spot for red. So now, nope, no green either. Let's try pink. Okay. And I guess let's just do this. Okay. Yeah, I've had an odd thought. I wonder if I've played this enough that I've actually replayed the same puzzle. I mean, maybe not on this particular program or, you know, any specific program, but if I've just replayed a code more than once, you know what I mean? And if I did, how differently did I play it in each time, and, you know, what was the result? Just out of curiosity. Man, somebody's really going rambunctiousness up there, aren't they? There now. And there goes that. There goes that. There goes this. Hey, what do you know? That was good. Holy mackerel. Now I'm getting sleepy. And okay, so there's a blue. And I guess the blue's correct spot pretty much right away. That's alright. And green and blue. Well, okay, so blue's in its spot, but green isn't in its spot yet. Okay, it's still not in its spot yet, though, is it? So we'll move it once more, and then we'll introduce the black one. What do you know? Oops, flying around me. More like a gnat or something, I guess. So we'll, oh, actually I want to put the yellow one there. Let's put the blue one there. There we go. Alright, so there's no green, but let's just move blue and yellow each over one more. Try it into pink. Well, we got both of these right anyway. And we'll just pick the left one of the whites and now introduce the black. Well, we're going to switch the black and the white. Of course, leaving the blue and the yellow alone. And there we go. What do you know? Oh, you know what? And I think I've gotten out of sync again or something. Because I'm looking at the clock and I'm going, okay, that says, well, whatever. It's the 20-minute thing isn't lining up with the 2 hours and 20-minute thing the way, you know, and I knew there'd be errors in it just because of it's two different things and they're not being clicked simultaneously, so there'll be discrepancies between them. Sometimes I'm impressed with how far off they get. Oh, God. Oy, excuse me. Okay, let's take the green one there. We'll try the blue one there. And now we'll do these. Well, let's assume that I guessed the green one right. Although that's, just an assumption at this point. Okay. Could it still be that the green one is right? Yeah, it could, because no, it can't be, can it? Because the blue can't go here. And if we assume that there, then it doesn't go there, so it's not going to be the green then there, is it? So it's going to be one of these other greens. So I'm going to say that it's this pink, this blue, green goes here, white's out, let's try black. Nope, let's put in purple. Well, clearly it will be purple because that's all that's left. What do you know? And now we'll do blue. Yep, there's a blue, so now it's introduced yellow. Okay, we know the yellow goes there, so it's placed. Now okay, well, there's the yellow. Let's move the blue once more, at least. Nope, one more time. So yellow goes there, blue goes there. All right, it's one of the white ones. Let's pick that one. And now we'll do this. Nope. So it will be the purple. And there we go. I was thinking of trying one of the other options, like, more numbers, but then I thought, do I really want to have to think that hard? I mean, it's 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, man. How hard do you want to have to think? Still haven't found the red spot yet. Let's go green then. Okay, let's just pick that one. Why not? Let's throw in the white. Alright, well, I picked the wrong pink one, so let's let it be that white one. Let's do this pink one. Leave the red one there. Let's put in the black one. Now, alright, so which ones do I want to switch? Probably the white and the pink, so let's leave the black and the red alone. Switch these, yeah. What do you know? And I think I got a comment. Nope, sorry, Rob. No bonus 3 hour. Oh, I didn't think about this Monday being Labor Day. I don't know. I don't have any specific idea of doing anything special for Labor Day, but I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with something. Hey, Samuel. Yeah, I will probably be doing Minesweeper every once in a while. Because, well, it's going to be part of the regular Monday rotation thing. So obviously every other Monday is Mind Test Monday. My brain just again went, what? So every other Monday is Mind Test Monday, and then every other Mondays that aren't Mind Test Mondays will be sometimes Enigma, sometimes Mind Sweep, sometimes Octortal, sometimes, like that kind of thing. And I'll probably be introducing or finding new games or whatever as time goes on. And by all means suggest them. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm promising to play them, but you might as well suggest them, The only way, because I am a bit of a curmudgeon, so they'll probably, say no a lot of the time, but probably not always. But yeah, you will see more Mind Sweep. That will be a thing. Okay. Let's do this, and let's do this. And it looks like I got another comment. Grand Theft Auto 6. Releases next May. Yeah, I haven't really played any of the other ones, so I don't know. I might be lost. Although I haven't really played that many of those types of, kind of console-ish sort of games. What am I doing now? I've lost my train of thought. So I know that blue's right. I know that yellow's right. And I know that one of the... Alright, so it wasn't that white, so it has to be the other white. And it'll have to be purple. Voila. The next video is going to be Mind Test, and that will be Monday, day after tomorrow. The video after that, I haven't decided. I kind of had some stuff planned, but that kind of, I don't know, I just strayed from my plan, and things got weird, whatever. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the month of September. Let me look at the days so we can see what's happening here. So the 1st, 15th, and 29th will all be Mind Test Mondays. And the 8th and the 22nd, I don't know what those will be yet. It won't be Enigma because I just played Enigma. It's probably not going to be Mind Sweep either. It'll probably be, I don't know, whichever one is the one I haven't played, the most recent, is probably what's most likely. And then other than that, I don't know. There'll probably be at least, well, there'll be one that will be like a card game type thing here. Since I'm just talking instead of playing the game, I might as well switch over to here, shouldn't I? Let me get a drink of water. So there will be one coming up. I just lost my train of thought. There was a couple of things I was going to talk about. So there's going to be, right, so there's going to be like real gameplay, right, where I don't do like a computer game, but like where I play, solitaire, on my actual desktop, the physical desk. So there's going to be that. I want to start trying to do more. Wow, that's some loud pipe noises. I want to start doing more MNSBD type stuff, which I kind of feel like I dropped the ball on, that kind of thing. I also want to do some, have this idea where I will say things and then type the things that I say and film me both. So you'll see me. So do it like, like I do like a gameplay, but instead of it being a game, it'll be like a word processor or a text editor or something. And then you'll be able to just follow along with what I'm saying and see what I'm saying as I'll type it. But then you'll hear the keyboard noises. And my thinking is that maybe if I can get that good balance between the sounds and my voice kind of just going simultaneously, that it might be kind of an interesting thing. So anyway, that'll be a thing at some point in the future. And if it goes well, it might be a regular feature. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like I've missed some comments. GTA fan. GTA Mondays. I don't know about that one, Rob. I'm gonna skip this next break, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off. Because there's so little time left in the stream as a whole, I just don't feel like bothering stopping right now. I can make it for the last 18 minutes without having to get up again. And if I'm wrong, I'll just take a weird break out. I need to stand up for a quick sec. Do I rock with Wordle? Yeah, I do play Wordle most days. Actually, that's one of my biggest frustrations with Wordle is that for a while I had like a really, really good set of stats, and then I like missed, like I just goofed and didn't play it, whatever, and it broke my winning streak. And I didn't think about it until like a couple days later. I went back to play, and I was like, wait a minute, oh no. It's like I didn't think about them counting it, not that the winning streak counted as, every day in a row, but I just assumed that they would take it from everyone I attempted. But yeah, that's not the way they count your winning streaks, so. But yeah, so I play Wordle. Yeah, I play Wordle, I play Quordle, which is with 4, I play Octordle, which is with 8, and then recently I just started doing that Nordle or Anordle or whatever, where it's as many as you can manage to get it up to. Yeah, it does seem that the whole Grand Theft Auto thing does, every time it, I don't know why, maybe not every time because I don't play it, so I haven't really followed it, but it seems like it periodically gets into the attention of, just the public consciousness overall. So, I mean, I'm assuming that has to do with the release times and stuff like that. I mean, my thinking is that just because of how much I've seen, it discussed in popular culture as a whole, that it's got to be one of the more popular games ever as far as like, sales and all that kind of thing. All right, let's say yellow, and let's move red and blue. And green is next, okay. Well, what do you know? Got that good guess on those. And let's try the pink. Yay, what do we know? You're welcome, James. I hope you had a good time. Oh, wow, I didn't realize it had been that long since they did a release of it, Rob. Wow. Wow, that means there's going to be kids that are gamers that have only played it as like a game that came out before they were, even playing games, And I remember as a kid in I was born in '65, right? So video game arcades were just becoming a popular thing during my childhood. So it was, I don't know. It was, easy to get caught up in. But I remember, just getting super excited about every time you saw a new game. Of course, we weren't getting those at home for consoles or computers. It was like you had to wait for the arcade to have a new game and go dump your quarters into it. But put water in an ice tray, put in a freezer. You can narrate the thermodynamic action in real time. Oh man, MSC. I probably would love to see it. Yeah, I'm having an okay time now. Is it, am I going to say this right? Qasid, and Faruqi. Is that an L or an I? It looks like an L. Okay, Faruqal, Qasid, Faruqal. I hope I said that close to even remotely anything as to what you were hoping it would be said like. Sometimes my pronunciation with names is just crappy. Although in truth, I don't think I'm unique in that, right? I think lots of humans have problems with getting names right. Yikes, okay. So, shall we try the other pink maybe? Well, I guess it could be this green. Let's try this. If it's this yellow, then it has to be, well, no, it can't be that green. Which means if it's not that green, then it's this green, or this green. But let's say that it's if this one, then that can't be the yellow there, right? We just went through that, but the yellow could be back over here, right? That would be this one, right? The same one in those places there. The yellow goes there, pink goes there, and white goes there. Let's try that. What do you know? And, oh, you know what? Here, hang on. Let's not even bother having that there. I just noticed it was showing up over there. Yeah, okay. Kuseed, okay, thank you. And that's funny. Now, where was I? Like, there's some countries that like you have to get, like if you're going to name your kid something unusual, you have to get like permission for it. I think some of the like Scandinavian or countries have that kind of a thing. I think Germany has a similar thing too. So you can't just name your kid some weird, goofy name. I'm wondering if that was a reaction to hippies in the 60s naming their kids things like, you know, Star Child and stuff like that, you know. I don't know. Anyway, so let's just do this in two pieces. I don't need to. All right. Got those right. So which one is this? No. I suppose there was no real advantage in breaking that up with the two S's, was there? Anyway. Oh yeah, you know, Kuseed, I think, yeah, that doesn't surprise me since now that you mention it, because it's like, well, there's all kinds of languages that have sounds that just, we don't have those corresponding sounds in English, but, well, we also have sounds in English that don't have corresponding, you know, that don't line up with other, which of course is a source of, you know, people poking fun of other people, or poking fun at other people for, well, forever, right? I mean, not just since we've been making movies and radio, but humans have been making fun of each other for sounding different for, well, forever. Hey, what do you know? Good guess on that. And, well, since I'm down to the last two, let's do that there like that. No, so let's do this. And like this. And like that. Okay, what do you know? hexadecimals. Yeah, it is unfortunate when people are just. I mean, I understand people get angry and things like that, and there's a catharsis and sometimes even a value in expressing things like anger or whatever. But man, when you're just being mean to somebody just to be mean to somebody, that's a thing that we should be trying to help each other out of, you know. I've been thinking that one thing I might be doing soon, since we were a little while ago talking about things I might do for videos in the future, although I guess that was really more about it, what was coming up immediately, but it got my mind thinking about it, just general what would be coming up. Anyway, I feel like I'm doing pretty good with the geography stuff, so I don't know how frequently or how much more I'll be doing of those, you know what I mean? I don't think I'll stop doing them entirely, but, but in any case, so I'll put the pink one here. I was thinking that I might try to find one of my old German textbooks and see about, relearning German. And then, kind of recording my progress in an ASMR manner. So, like flashcards to learn vocabulary and, weird little sentence exercises and the like for learning grammar structure and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's a thought that I've had in my head. I've also been thinking I need to figure out what I'm going to do with those stories that I started a little while ago with the stories of bills or whatever. I was really pretty, enthusiastic about that for a minute, but then I don't know, my enthusiasm sort of just waned out, I guess. But I think since I decided I wanted to try and just do it off the top of my head, you know what I mean? It's like, but I'm not really much of a storyteller guy in the sense that, it's something I do frequently. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it is something I'd like to try to figure out how to get better at, though, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, unless somebody else has a significant point of departure from whatever, I think I'm just going to keep playing games till the end, or keep playing Mastermind till the end here, just because it's easy enough for me to just sort of babble and kind of half-assedly play it while I'm talking to you guys. And again, we're getting I kind of like the way they turn out when you get these patterns with the whites like that, so that you can, it's the only one left over for the space kind of thing. Because then you get these slanty bits, like the red going there. And it makes for neat designs, man. And pink is next. What do you know? Let's do some duplicates, why not? But we'll stick with 4 just because I'm wimpy. Interesting. Am I going to make it all the way to the end? And it's just, oh no, I guess not. So I thought maybe I'd make it all the way to the end and it would just be 4 purple or something. Okay, so which pink? I know that it's 2 pinks, but we're going to move one of them. And so which 2 move? Well, it could be a lot of different things, couldn't it? So let's just start with that. What do you know? Oh, we're getting near the end, but we still have a few minutes left. Does anybody have any like barbecue type plans for the holiday for those people here in the States? Hey, what do you know? All right, looks like I will switch to the other. Why did I do that? You know what I mean? Playing that white one a second time, you know what I mean? All right. Get down to the 2-minute warning. And, oops. All right. Now let's throw in the pink. Nope, let's move the green and put in the white. And I will put the white there, and we'll put a green here. Now let's toss in the black. What do you know? A minute left. Can we solve it in a minute? I don't know, we'll find out. Wow, so there's 2 blue. Nope. Stick in the green. Nope, okay, well that's, we know they go there then. Now let's put in 2 pink. What do you know? Yeah, let's try to do one more, shall we? One red. Nope. Okay, we got the red in the right spot. Nope. I got that. Okay, got that right. And I'm down to just these last 2. What do you know? And had some seconds to spare. Okay, MSC, I will see you next week, I hope. Well, I hope you were still around to do that. Okay, well, the countdown is finished. So that means more or less the show is over with. So let's go back to here, I suppose. Yeah, so unless anybody's got any real pressing thing at the last minute here, which I'll give you just a second or 2 to type in, I'm going to say that that's it for this Saturday. And I hope everybody had a good time. And I hope if you needed sleep, you got sleep, and maybe you're not even hearing me now. And if you wanted tingles, hopefully you got tingles. And if you just wanted to hang out and chill and, well, whatever, you know, that's, yeah, any of the above is fine. Good night, Rob. I will see you next time. Okay, I'm going to call that done, gang. Aloha, siblings. I will see you next week.